M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Ravens at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, middle. Hey, report. Nice shot.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards there, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Jackson going to run, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with career touchdown number 70. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. His first carry, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Thomas got his man, Robbie Anderson. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in at the goal line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Thomas. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
13.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Jackson on 1st down. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action now. Jackson flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Patriots are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Thomas.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out.
And it's intercepted.
And the Patsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
David Ojabo.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Thomas. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Thomas. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Thomas. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
David Ojabo
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good.
He's got a man complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Thomas now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
David Ojabo.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Thomas. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Thomas. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely,
a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off play action. Thomas. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got it at the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Let's go now. Go check. Go check. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Here's Thomas. A final shot before break. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line,
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens open the lead up to 34-0. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Thomas. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Thomas looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 34 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it is 42-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On the jump.
Thomas throwing on first down. Evans has it left side.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Evans, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Patriots are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, 1st down.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Jackson now. He's got it. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
They'll start with the option.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. They'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd down, here's an option right. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Hey, check that, street.
Now Thomas on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
He'll get this to about the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, middle.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Jackson going to run again. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the option on third down.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. David Ojabo able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Throwing on second and long. Thomas. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Baltimore, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for New England,